Return of the Obra Dinn. I'm going to be live for just a little bit here before I actually, start, because I want to make sure that my levels are good and I'm not making things too loud. So, yeah, we're just checking this out. Alright, pop into the game. Oh. Well, one sec. Can you ask me real quick? Thanks. Sorry, it's gonna be a few more moments, actually. Haas00312, I saw that follow. You followed us 3 times in a row. Are you trying to send us a message? Not on? Oh, alright. Continue launch. Alrighty. We're getting into it. I'll switch over. You should be up. Oh, gotta check that. I'm probably gonna turn down the volume on my actual computer. That shouldn't change the audio volume. Yeah, so we're gonna lower that down comfortably loud. How does that sound now? Because the music is going. Yeah, one moment. We're gonna change it a little bit more. Task Manager. Hello. You can see me trying to fiddle with this. Turn that down a little bit more. And jump right in. How about that? We're back in. The music's going. I'm talking over it. Sound alright? Probably turn down a little bit more. We're going to do in the middle. Alright. Let's see about that now. The music itself is actually quieter now. I think that'll be better. Oh, hi, Yuck. We're going to be starting a new one. I have played this before, but the last time I played it was, God, months ago. Months and months and months ago. Lost at Sea, 1803, the good ship Obra Dinn. Built 1796, London, 800 tons, 18 feet draught? Captain R. Witterell. Crew 51 men, last voyage to Orient, Cape rendezvous unmet. Contact East India Company, London office for inquiries or testimony. I'm doing pretty good. Yourself? The Honourable East India Company. Attention, Chief Inspector, Insurance and Claims, London Office. The Obra Dinn has returned. Dispatch to Falmouth immediately and prepare a full assessment. That's pretty good. Welcome to the return of Obra Dinn.
Man woke me up. Said you'd need ferry to the Obra Dinn.
Yes, that's very nice of you.
Not many eager for that job.
How to make Steam less use RAM? Use less RAM.
A bit late if you ask.
Don't use Steam. No.
What's in the box?
I don't know. Hoist it up in a few minutes.
Hey! How?
Carefully.
I like that. Your character, hoist it up in a few minutes. How? Carefully. Good stuff. Honestly, like, how to make it use less RAM, my only recommendation is either setting it to a lower priority for your computer, or to, like, straight up not use Steam. Using GOG is nice, because GOG has, offline installers that you can, like, download the game and install it offline and not have to stay installed on, not stay on GOG when you're logging into the game and using it. That's cute. No, smooth. Nope, too green. Kind of like the orange. Commodore's a little too bright. IEM is nice and black. LCD is black and white. Macintosh has that soft glow. I'm thinking Zenith. Or Zenith. Obra Dinn is, you are an insurance agent. Wow, exciting. And you're tasked with figuring out what happened to the crew of the Obra Dinn. It was lost at sea and then drifted into port, and there was no one on board. And yeah, that's the basis of it. It's way more interesting than it sounds. I think that fact will be revealed fairly soon. I believe I can open up this door. Yeah. Oh, I think I need to get the thing out of the box first. Let's go see here.
Oi!
Yeah, here we go.
It's too heavy!
Climb back down, go get the thing out of our box. Yeah, no, it's funny is that, like, the visual style is made to look like an old game, but it's...
Too heavy.
It's too
Take
heavy.
it yourself or open it here.
Yeah, it's made to look like an older game, but it was made in, like, 2018. So let's see here. We've got our stuff here. A journal for taking notes. Keeping track of all the dead. Return of the Obra Dinn, a catalogue of adventure and tragedy, 1807. Preface. I trust that you now find yourself aboard the Obra Dinn. I expected this day to come, and my every intention was to tell the ship's strange tale within the pages of this book. Regrettably, failing health has allowed me to produce only the basic outline that follows. Your presence on the Obra Dinn is critical. I leave the discovery of its fate and the completion of this book in your hands. The next few pages will seem bewildering at first. All will make sense in time. Use the pocket watch to determine the identity and fate of everyone aboard. Complete each chapter accurately and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. The bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but have elected to keep them private for now. Henry Evans. We have our chapters, all the different parts of, all the different parts of the story over here, and over here we have the journey, which is all of these, the ship itself, which is the layout of the ship. Oh, the journey shows you where along and, like, where their journey was out here. Then the ship itself shows you all the different layers of the ship and where we're standing at any given moment. Then you have the crew, which is a big list of every possible person and what happened to them. And there are 51 people. sketches of life aboard the Obra Dinn, and whenever you're in here, if you hover over someone and click on them, then you can get a zoomed up view of their face. And the point is that you can use this combined with what we're about to see to figure out who's who. Let's see here. What else? And that, I believe, is actually it. Glossary. Yeah, and then a glossary of terms so that if you don't know what a certain term means, you can actually just look it up. And that's it. And now we've got the pocket watch. And this is Memento Mortem instead of Memento Mori. Because Memento Mori is remember you will die. This is the special MacGuffin that allows us to figure out who the hell everyone was. And this is also going to allow us to get through that locked door on the back there. When looking at a corpse, we hit the X button, or the activate button.
Open the door!
And takes us back to the moment they died.
Ah! Lest we break it down and take more than those shells!
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
And there we are. That's the man that we were looking at. So the corpse that I was looking at on the deck is this guy. So one thing that we can do is go into... what is it? There's a way for us to... there we are. You can look at someone and they'll show you in the book who they are. Open the book while examining a face to flip directly to the sketch. So that guy... Are they going to let us do it? Oh, they might not. They might not be letting us identify causes of death yet. But now we can get inside here. Also, this part right here... Oh, that's what it is. We're in the part beforehand. During this part, we can run around and see what's happening on the ship, and we aren't allowed to explore all of it. So that guy got shot. There's a guy next to him. The captain, or I remember it's the captain. The guy down there is waiting, and there's a guy running up behind everyone on deck. This should be in the last chapter, I believe. Or chapter 9. No, chapter 10, the end. So during each section, it'll give you the location of where you were when you found the corpse. And like they say, who is this and how did they die? Well, we don't know who they are, but we know how they died. They were shot. Shot with a gun. By an unknown attacker. I know who the attacker was. I don't know their name, though. But actually, I do know their name because I know they're the captain. Shot by the captain. Attacker, Captain Robert Whittrell. Because, in the dialogue, Captain, open the door. Kick it in. Lest we break it down and take more than those shells. You bastards may take exactly what I give you. And then the dude kicked in the door and shot the guy in the chest. And the guy behind the door must have been the captain. Of course, I just remembered that, but still. So, we know there were 3 others present. We remember them. There was the guy who shot him. This guy was standing just beside the guy who was shot. And then there was the guy who was running up around the back, which is this gentleman. Let's hear. So, got this guy running up around the back. I do believe we are ready to just move on to the next scene, though. In each of these scenes, usually there's a couple of these parts where you're running around while time is frozen, and each time you want to move on to the next part, you just step through the door. Or you find another corpse, and then you use the pocket watch on them, depending. So, the door is now open. And you can see how it's doing this fuzzy thing? It's because it was opened in the past, and that's why we're able to come through it at all. No one was back there. Oh, here's one.
Must be in here someplace.
They're at the bottom of the sea.
That's a lie.
All right. So, Captain has now slit this man's throat. This door is still closed. Nothing back here. Except that the guy who's running around top is now jumping down from back here. There's actually an old game, air quotes, that I remember pretty well, which is this informational like history thing where it was like bisections of old ships and like the different parts of crew and different parts of the ships and like what everything was used for, and there was like a mini game in it where you were supposed to go find the stowaway. This game kind of reminds me of that. Also, anyone who happens to come along, if you see this game and the color is too intense, let me know and I'll pick one of the other filters. Let's see here. He was knifed by the captain. Alrighty. So, we're probably good here, because I think that's the only thing we can still figure out here. We can't even figure out who this guy is. We just know that he was killed by the captain with a knife. We'll head back through again. Sorry for clearing my throat so loud. We'll check this one. Ah, so that went well. Sorry, just having some water. So you got a stab in there, but yeah, it didn't quite work out well. And this door is open. And that lady is not looking so great. It's pretty intense that you can actually see the curve of his head where it's been smashed in. Be pretty interesting to figure out how they managed to make the visuals look the way that they did, like what filters they used and stuff, like what they had to do in the programming to actually make this. Clubbed, I would say, because it's a blunt force trauma to the head. I don't think there's anything else that better describes that. No. Poison shot, speared. He wasn't speared. Spiked, strangled, struck, suicide, torn apart. No, that's it. Alright. Back through there. Once more. And we'll come back here. First of all... Oh, can't identify her. We're not in a memory. All good. We'll look at the body down there, because I can be pretty confident who this
Abigail,
corpse is.
your brother, my friend. I shot him dead.
Okay. I can quickly identify two people.
I'll be with you soon, my love.
Suicide trigger warning.
For everything.
Just anyone who's watching, suicide trigger warning. Yeah. Sorry, I remembered that was about to happen, so I wanted to yell it out and warn whoever's watching, just in case. Alright. Let's identify this lady here. We know that her name has to be... Oh. This person's face is no longer blurred, which means that they can now be identified. Use the book and the pocket watch to gather enough information to deduce their identity. Revisit memories on the ship using the pocket watch to study relationships, appearances, and activities. Use the book maps, crew manifest, and artist sketches, pages 2 through 4, along with the individual conversation logs to find clues about names, relationships, appearances, and roles. There were 60 people on the ship when it left England. Determining everyone's identity and fate will not be easy. Decisive information is rare. You'll have to make assumptions using partial information. Some identities may only be revealed through a process of elimination. Good luck. So we know that this has to be Abigail, because that's who he was speaking to. So Abigail Hoscut Witterell. So Hoscut's probably her maiden name. So the man that he shot was down here. This gentleman. And he should be Witterell, Hoscut. William Hoscut. That first mate. This may or may not be correct. Fates are validated in sets of 3s. Correctly identify at least 3 people and their fates to have the information typeset into the book. So I can be pretty confident that that's correct at this point. And I can also be sure of his fate also, Captain Witterell. Let's see here. May I... Oh. Memories where this person appears can be navigated from here. Bookmark all memories where they appear for quicker navigation. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I know why. I'm sorry. So, I was wondering why I couldn't identify his suicide yet. It's because we are still in the preliminary part. You can see the door over there is shut. While the music is playing and while this door is shut, I'm not allowed to identify anything with the person who I traveled back to see, which in this case is the captain. So, we'll have to wait with him for a little bit. Here we are. When we come back, I can identify him and the fact that he committed suicide. Alrighty. He committed suicide. From gun. Back. We have 2 that I'm confident in so far, but I believe we will have to move on. I know who she is, but I don't know how she died. We'll end up jumping back into whatever memory is connected to her. And the other gentleman I might be able to guess, but I feel like that's not fair. We'll wait. I think 4 is the number of deaths in the chapter? Not sure. I can't remember what those X's stand for. Let's see here. We'll go back and check Abigail's memory here, where she passed away. So yeah, that took a bit of a turn for her. Shame. So this man was trying to speak to her, and then that happened. That's a mother and daughter. Probably a husband. But maybe not. I believe the next thing we can do is actually go back to when this guy died. Because that's it, is you can end up going through multiple deaths in a given scene. I love that. The waves crashing up over the side of the boat. The game's visual style is just absolutely stunning. So we're on Chapter 7, The Doom. By the way, yes, the chapters are revealed to you non-chronologically, which means that you have to, between chapters, figure out what has and hasn't happened. So yes, we found her in the captain's quarters, but she died on the main deck. She was... let's see here... struck. No, not with those. Would it be clubbed? I suppose it would be clubbed. Clubbed by a beast. There we are. We've got 3. Well done. 3 fates correct. There we are. So, we've gotten 3 of them corrected now. We can move on to the next part. Ah, yes, you can see how it's shaking here in this scene. This means that we're able to move on to yet another death scene. Probably the guy who got cut in half. I actually want to do something real quick, because I feel pretty confident in saying that, at the very least, this has got to be a mother and daughter over here. Oh, I pressed A. Not sure what that actually did. Oh, it went and identified where he was. That's alright. We'll move back into his. So, that's what it is. So, his corpse is no longer on the ship. But despite that, because we found it in the memory and we know where he died, the Pocket Watch is able to go and find where his corpse should be and reveal it to us, allowing us to then go back to the memory of when he died. So things are going well. Yes. This is all according to plan. I love the spiral that his intestines are making, you know? The spin is really what sells it for me. Yeah, that's gonna be enough. You got this. Let's see, how are you doing? Oh, good stuff. Let's see. He is throwing it to him. We did see in the next one that this gentleman was firing at the beast, though he was firing with a pistol at that moment. Someone else is barely holding on. Oh, this is probably our next death. We'll see. This one right here. What did you just throw? Ooh, a spear. Oh no! Oh no. We can identify all of their deaths. They all fell overboard. We know how they died. They were torn apart. by a beast. Don't know the name, though. Let's see here. Can I identify those gentlemen? No, that's unfortunate. Won't let me identify them. Now, is that... No, yeah, it's just because they're too far away to see their faces. That's a shame. Yeah, sorry, my wife is actually checking out the game while I'm playing. Yeah, the shaking means that there's another death in the scene that we can go and follow, which is this gentleman right here. And now it'll take me...
remember that part of the game.
Yeah, nested deaths. And then once here, we can release that, and the pocket watch will show us where the corpse is on deck, and we can go back to the memory of when that person died.
I remember that, but I didn't remember the shaking.
Yeah. Yeah, that way there's an indication for you that that's what you're going to have to find in that scene. Also, pay no attention to whatever that is out there, because it's definitely not important yet. Definitely not important. It's fine.
I didn't get that far.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. No, we hadn't gotten to the point where we were identifying people by their accents yet. Yeah, that's the best part. You having to tell the difference between a Scottish and an Irish accent as an American. It's like, whew, throw the powder! Throw the... So they threw the powder.
Is it always the same?
What do you mean?
Is it the same story every time? Or
Yeah,
is
it is. Yeah. And revealed to you in the same order, too. Ah, this gentleman's about to get grabbed by those tentacles right there. Because there's not one coming up over the other side yet. No. Oh no! Oh, buddy! Oh, no. Oh, that's unfortunate. This guy can probably see his face and say that he fell overboard. And it probably also means that he was one of the guys who stays up in the rigging. Can't remember the name for that, but they're all listed together in the crew list. This gentleman was exploded. Yep. And a certain gentleman back here. Aha. You fell overboard. This person's face appears blurred throughout the book. This blurring indicates that you don't have yet have sufficient information to determine their identity. Trying to name them while their face is blurred would be unproductive. Carry on and pay attention. Faces will become unblurred when the information necessary to identify them has been revealed in some way. Oh, it's only going to let me try to identify the person's name. Well, that's fine. Alrighty. We're going to go back through the door. You know what? I think it's possible to identify this guy, actually. Try anyways. I think he is he's either the gunner or the bosun. Okay, preemptively, I think I'm gonna say that this guy's the gunner because look at him, he's carrying the guns. I don't know if gunner means the guy who does the cannons though, and that the guy who does the actual rifles is a different person. We can actually check that real quick. specifically in the glossary of terms. Let's see here. Glossary. Let's see. So, the bosun. Let's check that first. Foreman in charge of general crew operations and the equipment required to sail the ship. So no, probably not that guy. Military officer in charge of weapons and military procedures on the ship. I would definitely say that this gentleman would be the gunner. All right. Well, cool. We'll move on then. Goodbye, sir. All right. I believe the door behind me is open now? Yes. Yes, because it was open in that memory. So we'll head below decks. Ah, here we are. Next poor soul. Oh, the snap. Oh, the snap's what sells it. Oh, God. Oh, poor guy. And this is the gentleman that was running towards the lady who got struck by the mast. By the way, fun fact, on stream this is like bright orange or yellow, and on my computer screen it's almost white now. I wonder if it is white, or if my eyes are doing weird. You know what? I'm going to check something real quick. I'm going to go around to Macintosh, see what that looks like on stream, and then I'm going to switch back over. See, now it doesn't look white. Yeah, no, it's my eyes doing weird. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Thanks, brain. So I'm guessing that's the next death I have to go investigate. I'm curious. We just got taken through that part of the ship, though. Alrighty. This gentleman was crushed by a cannon. Poor dude. It's okay, it's okay. I know. Let's see. Anything that would make sense. I mean, obviously, a gunner's mate would make sense, but I don't think that that's going to be the case. Stewards. Ah, by the way, topmen. The guys who are in the top of the ship and get thrown, that we've seen get thrown overboard, that's the topman. He'd probably a midshipman then, but we don't know which one he is. Probably midshipman, and this guy's the other midshipman? Probably? Alright, let's go to the next death. Alright, let's follow after it. Should be right about here-ish. The trail likes to do a pretty little thing where it goes all around. All right. Jump into the next one. Bum bum. Ah, yeah. Well, that would hurt. That would definitely hurt. I think it took his head with him. Oh my God. Ah, poor bastard. Do not anger the Kraken. Yeah, the thing for pressing the cannon down on top of the black powder. Torch for a fuse, lighter. Don't know what that is. I think that's literally just a spear. No, the end's kind of pretty. It's probably for something specific. All right. I'm jumping into part 4 of the Doom. Oh, 2 people died in this one. All right. Well, let's see here. First of all, this gentleman... Oh no, dang it. Oh, I wasn't trying to look at that gentleman. Ugh. That's okay. We'll run through these scenes, I think, and then actually go back into them so that I can look at them once more. Oh man, crushed against it. And that's the guy who gets shot right afterwards with the cannon. On the other half, they're getting ready to fire this one, which we know doesn't actually happen. That's him trying to pick it up, and then in the next scene we see him holding it. But, yeah. This guy trying to stop this cannon from actually rolling into the side of the ship. Very cool. Also, as a side note, you'll see that our layout is totally different on the stream. We're going to end up getting a little overlay for the outer edges where it's black currently, but for right now, we're just going with this. This gentleman was absolutely crushed by a beast. All right. So, now we've done that, I know that we can... Parts 5, 4. This is the one I want to go back and look at. All right. So we'll go back to that corpse in just a little bit here. Because from beyond that, nothing else is going to identify these gentlemen. Not yet. All right. Jump back in here. All right. So, let's see here. There was this gentleman who got shot. This man's fate was getting shot by a cannon. By a beast? Enemy unknown, because accident isn't an option. So the beast was the one who wielded it to cause him to be shot. Now, technically, I think 3 midshipmen have been killed in this scene. So, process of elimination, I could fiddle around with them until I get the correct one, but the game is telling me that no, you can't. You aren't allowed to do that, actually. So, that's all right. We will double check that I... Where is that guy? No, we're going back into the scene. One more quick look. Because they're saying that there are 2 corpses in this scene alone. It's not this gentleman? No. Someone else. Else. Oh. Could be someone in this room? Maybe? Because this was fired through a wall. I'm wondering if there's someone behind here that we didn't get to see. Well, that means that we know that this person was shot also by a cannon from Beast. Yeah, because if it's not the guy getting crushed down here, which it's not this guy, there's a second one, it has to be whoever was in this room. Alright. Better check the glossary? Sure. Midshipman might not be that. Let's see. So someone in... oh, wait, no, it'll actually be on my stream now because we added the chat feature. Yeah, I'll go check my glossary real quick so I can check what midshipman actually means. Thank you. Officer in training assists various officers and tradesmen in order to learn ship operations, usually of privileged status. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, could be, not likely. Could be just general seaman. Haha, sorry. For who was trying to operate the cannons. Also, thank you for pointing that out, Chucky. I appreciate that. Well, let's go on to the next scene. So we have already looked at all of the ones currently out here. Let's try going into this room, because I know that someone in here got shot. Or at least it sure seems like they must have. Oh, maybe they didn't. Could he have been falling overboard outside of one of the windows? We'll check it out another time. We'll keep moving. Nothing currently in there. Just go from one side to the other. Because there is a lot of ship. Jokes. There's a lot of ship to cover. Let's see. Nothing currently back here. Nothing back on this side. Nope, just the bathroom. Let's check that one's locked. Which means it'll probably be unlocked through a memory. No one's corpse currently back there. No one currently there. Aha! Next person.
Oh no, you're cut.
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Tell Pete's mother I tried my best
Aye,
to pull him back, to save him.
you tell her yourself. Brennan, bring the surgeon's kit.
Let's see. So let's see here. We've got... Let's go back to... Oh, no, it won't show up until after the music stopped playing. Don't rush it. So 2 people have died. This gentleman clubbed someone. This guy's coming down the stairs. They're listening to these 2. Anyone else around? Not currently. Oh! And this is after the Doom. So this would probably be Chapter 8 or Chapter 9. We know it's after the Doom because there's a hole in the wall over here where the cannon fired through. Alright. let's see here. So 9, the escape. Or escape. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how they died. Let's see. So he's yelling for someone named Brennan to bring the surgeon's kit. The guy who's dying said that he tried to save someone named Pete. So that's currently what we're looking at. And this gentleman here, to my left, has an accent. Oh! I was right on that one. Oh, okay. Let's see here. I want to know... let's go to the crew. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I actually got pretty far the last time I played, but it was like a good 6 or 7 months ago. I never finished it. I'm on and off wanting to play this again and make my way through it. Yeah, I got to the point in the game where I was actually just trying to identify people based on their accents and if they looked like they were from particular parts of the world. It was getting pretty difficult. Sorry, my wife was just running something past me real quick. Let's see here. We're going to go to the crew. That part specifically. I was wondering, yeah, Scotland. Hey, I did check, or I did catch his accent. Okay, so let's see here. We will go back. Not sure who he is or how he died. Let's see all the blood, though. Alright, so checking one of these guys will end up revealing that. That might be Brennan, because he's listening. I'll try identifying him as Brennan in the next scene. Yeah, just because the guy yelled out for Brennan to go get the surgeon's kit, and that guy was listening during the scene. Let's see. I'll probably circle around here. Nice. I think one thing that helps me also is that I'm a writer, and so my brain's constantly trying to build up the story and figure out who's who and... Oh, that's a rough one. Oh, man. Oh, God, poor guy. Oh, hey, I know how he died. He was stabbed in the back. That's rough. There's the gentleman coming to check on him right before he dies. We're thinking this is Brennan. But yeah, so my brain's constantly trying to figure out like how people are related to one another, and you know, I'm constantly trying to fill in the gaps. I'm trying to notice all those little details that the writers of this story put into their, game. Yeah. Because definitely whoever came up with this story, whoever figured out how to present all this information was a genius, in my opinion. I was so impressed with this the last time I played it. Yeah, exactly. Identifiable tropes. That's it. One thing I felt really proud about was figuring out a few of the top men, because you don't see them very often. You only see them in like the Doom and during like the execution scene and like 2 others. And so figuring them out, you end up having to like sort of look at their face and go, you look Asian, but there's a couple of different places you could be from. Let's see, who are you? And then sometimes you don't actually get to see them die, and you're like, all right, so what happened to them? And you have to start guessing. Let's see here. So this man was clubbed by, I believe, Brennan. So we're looking for someone named Brennan here. Double check that I didn't miss him. Nope. Nope. Brennan. Oh, unless it's a last name. Oh no, I might have passed over it. Oh no, I passed over it. Oh, Henry Brennan. There we are. I believe that the man who clubbed him is Henry Brennan. We will try identifying him real quick. Oh, well, there you go. let's see, be the last one. Henry Brennan. All right. So we're fairly certain we know who he is. We know how he died too. So that might be the first person on our next group of 3. We'll have to see. All right. I think that's all I can actually identify from this scene. Yeah. We'll move on to the next one. Yes, Eddie, it really is. It is heavy on deduction. So you have to really enjoy, like, having to do the, like, looking at every little detail that the storytellers give you to try and identify absolutely everyone on the ship. Because that's the end goal, is to identify all 60 people who are on the ship and what happened to them.
You have a plan? Yes. Big ship was sent east. Trade dredged fish and shells for gold. Hey, who's there?
Mutiny! Mutiny!
A bit of a kerfuffle. Oh, good God. Well, that ended poorly. His hat came off. Who took off his hat? Oh, that hat. That's identifiable. We can actually probably figure out who this guy is just based on the hat. Or at least figure out who he is in the book. I'm sure they'll let me identify him even though his face is gone. Here's the guy who got stabbed still. He's trying to crawl his way away. So during this kerfuffle, that's when this guy got stabbed. There's more blood, though. Maybe he didn't get stabbed right there. Maybe he got stabbed further into that room. There's a lot of blood there, though. Oh. Exactly, Chucky. Like, I really enjoyed The Sinking City, but a lot of that game is the game telling you what information you could have figured out from what you've seen so far. And I prefer this one because you have to think it through yourself. He was shot in the face. Shot. With a gun. By an unknown attacker. Currently. We're going to look at the gentleman, actually, that shot him. And figure out if I already know him. I do not, do I? No. Brennan kills this guy. This guy was killed by the guy who gets clubbed. Okay. Wait. It's still shaking. Someone else died? What the hell happened? Is it a... Oh! It's up above deck. Oh, good lord. There was a lot more going on in this scene. Well, we'll go start here. Yeah, I think it's a safe assumption that, you know, he's probably dead. Yeah, I don't think he's doing well. All right. Release that one. We'll go upstairs. So he's going to be dead over there. There we are. Ignore the shiny. It's not important yet. It's fine.
Let them go!
You know? Looks kind of dead. He looks a bit dead. He looks a bit less than healthy. Oh, same with this guy. You know, I can't imagine this is going to end well. Look, his shirt is billowed back. That's a fascinating detail. So that lady is the one who shot him, which was the lady in the Doom, who was cowering in one of the doorways while the captain's wife got smacked in the face with a mast. Thankfully, a lot of these characters have very identifiable, like, faces. You can't tell it's up, but it's literally getting pulled back. Like, you can see, like, the curve of his back should be like that, and the shirt's going like that. Yeah, it ripped out and literally got pulled back by the force of the bullet. This unfortunate soul died of lead overdose. Oh, how unfortunate. Let's see here. So this man was shot to hell. Shot with an arrow. That was a very strong arrow. No, gun. By an unknown attacker. I know who did it, but I don't know their name. In the future, you should keep in mind, lead isn't healthy for you. Mm-hmm. Oh, good lord. What the hell are you doing? Where are you coming from? Look at this guy. Oh, he probably... Wait, no, that's not something you climb down from. Where the hell did this guy come from? Look at him. What in the hell? Alright, well, we're definitely following this guy. Yeah. From the sea. He's sea person. He's a seaman? Alright. From under the sea. Downward sweater.
Last one. Move quick.
You'll not take the last punch!
What was that accent? Paul, look out. She's reaching out to this guy. That guy's Paul. Hello, Paul. He was stabbed. That's really unfortunate. That went right into his lung? I don't know. That might be a little too low for the lung. Or it might just be the very bottom of it. If it's not the lung, that'd probably be the liver. Hi, Paul. How are you? Paul's not looking so hot. You know, he might be dead in the next, like, 6 to 10 seconds. You know, like in the previous scene. Look at him. Look at this shady guy. Look at this dude. He's so shady. What is he doing? Only a little, what's the word, dead. Yeah, you can be different amounts of dead, right? I mean, medically, I guess you can. They think I can identify him. Maybe. His name might be, Paul. Alright, so, this guy is Paul. We're looking for a Paul. No? No. Oh, Paul Moss. He was stabbed. Oh, killed with a sword. There we are. By an unknown attacker. Yep, I do not know who killed him yet. I do not understand who this person is. The other thing I want to consider is, what if he had a wife? Let's go to the... Ha-ha! The shady guy looks like a Jenkins, last name. He could be a first name Jenkins. A higher rating means that it will be more difficult to deduce this person's identity. Yeah. Focus on the easily deduced identities first and leave the more difficult ones for later. I'm going to take a stab and say that if I can find someone with the last name of Moss, a lady with the last name of Moss, that this is his wife. We'll see, though. If it's not, we'll go back. Let's see. Okay. Passengers. No, there's not. All right. Oh, thank God there's not more Pauls. Actually, that's something I really appreciate. There are no repeating names in this at all. Because that would make it just absolutely impossible to figure out. So they think that I can identify her, but I do not know her yet. They're pretty sure I can identify both of them. They've got to be related. Let's go to our, let's see here, passengers. There are no passengers with the same last name. I would have thought they'd be related. Fair enough. I'm wrong. Yep. Really? Oh my God, they're repeating names? Oh God. Oh God. I thought there weren't. Wait, who's Pete? Peter. Peter Milroy. We're looking for Peter Milroy. Sorry, I just realized that. Because there was a gentleman who said that he was, Charles's repeating name. Oh, that's annoying. One of the characters said they had tried to not allow Pete to go over the side. Interesting. I don't think it would be these gentlemen. So he was listening in on the mutiny after they had finished killing him. So here, we did not identify you yet. No, and it does not think we can. Okay, fair enough. This is a guy who was clubbed. By the way, I'm guessing that this is the gunner. I had guessed that previously. I can't prove it, but I think so because he was the guy who's running up on deck with all of the guns. This guy's overseeing all of the people shooting. So he's definitely in a position of power, but I'm not sure who he would be if that's the case. He must be one of the mates, maybe? Don't know. We'll have to see. All right. And we know who that is. I believe that was the... Actually, can I make those notifications not come up? Let's see. Nah, that's fine. Also, if you see my information on here, you can try sending me a friend request, and I'll ignore it. That's a guarantee. I promise. Yeah, Roanoke is really weird. There is an entire season of a show called American Horror Story vaguely based around Roanoke. Very vaguely. But the actual events of Roanoke are fascinating because, for the most part, we don't really know what happened to them. Just a whole lot of people, and they all went missing. Because as far as I know, there weren't even corpses left.
Put me down. Let go.
Easy now. You're in a bad way.
It's the squid. Where is my Frenchman?
The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart.
Frenchman was the guy who got torn apart.
The beast is dead. How?
Austrian.
Did you kill it?
We didn't. It left with the storm.
All right.
Captain came up
The guy
from
who just
hole.
died is
Said he
Austrian.
chased it off. You should rest.
A curse like that does not live for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. A message was found. There was a message that was, I can't remember what it said, but it was like the name, yeah, Croatoan. I believe it was the name of one of the tribes nearby, but there was no evidence that the tribe had done anything. So yeah, Croatoa, that's what it was. Yeah. So this guy's Austrian. Gotta be him. We'll wait a moment, and then I can identify how he was killed. He is missing an arm. Well, that's unfortunate. which to me means that he was probably torn apart. Ah, that guy's coming up. He's about to go listen. This guy's heading upstairs. Alright. Yes. Yeah, so torn apart by a beast. And this guy was the Austrian gentleman, the bosun. Okay. Thankfully, they don't make you get that specific. If it's not human, it's a beast. Let's see here. So he was torn apart, I believe, by a beast. So I believe that's correct. Well, an actual monster, it's a giant kraken, it's a giant squid. So, I mean, yes? Yeah. One thing is, I can identify someone in the Doom. Let's see here. This one. This gentleman, I can identify who this is. He is my Frenchman from the bosun. So we're looking for someone from France. France. What? Uh-oh. Where else do they speak French? Help. Help, where else do they speak French? Yeah, but there's no Canadians either. Oh, there he is. Bosun's mate. I'm sorry. I looked right at it. Yeah, I'll show you, actually. Uh-oh. I've identified 3 people, and it hasn't locked them in, which means that at least one of them's incorrect. Alright. So, let's see here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the scenes in the Doom are really cool. We'll actually go to that next, I think. Because I think here I've figured out everything that I can. And on the... what's this? Ah, the deaths. Yeah. Ah, and my incomplete conclusions? Ah, disappearances. Hey. Well, we actually know what happened to them. They escaped. We don't know who they are, though. Let's see here. Escaped. So not escaped. What's the word for that? Oh, alive. Oh, we don't know where they are, though. What area did this take place in? Let's see. What's the location of the overall area? Ooh, oh, I don't know where they headed to after this. Did they head to the Azores? The Canary Islands? Madeira? Africa? Because obviously they're still alive. They've left the ship. Alive? We'll start with the Azores. Same with you. Alive in the Azores. We'll do that for all 4 of you. Because if I'm wrong, I can just change it to one of the other options, and if I'm correct then we'll end up getting it. Alive there. So they're saying that she is difficult to identify, but not impossible. Emily, Miss Jane Bird. I think it's those 2. Alright. No? Let's try flipping them around. Alright. We'll try changing where they escaped to, Canary Islands. Because it's got to be somewhere nearby if they escaped in that kind of boat. Didn't like that. Alright. Doesn't seem like it's going to be able to give it to me yet. I mean, it could be Africa. Alright, I gotta try one more time. Sorry. We're going to switch over to saying that they escaped to Africa. And see if it's going to give it to me. Africa. Switch the names around. Aha! We got it! Hey! Exactly, who knows where they are now? Ah, I got the bosun. I got Emily Jackson. And I got Henry Brennan. There we are. Doom, 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 doom. 3 more deaths. Huzzah! Alright. Which also means we can identify the other lady who escaped, and we know that she headed to Africa. Her name is... Miss Jane Bird. And you escaped to Africa. And so did you. There we are. Fantastic. This is absolutely wonderful. All right. So let's go back to the Doom. The Doom would be the deaths out here. We're looking for half of a body being dragged across. There he is. So let's see here. First of all, we'll go to that scene. Enter the last page of Doom and see if you can find it. Well, sure. Okay. I'm on 7 of 8, so obviously we're not quite there yet. But I'll get there. Now that's an interesting note. I guessed that this was the guy who was the bosun's mate, and he was torn apart by the beast, but he did not get identified with the other 3 that I got correct, which means that he isn't the Frenchman. Interesting, interesting. So if he's not the bosun's mate, who could he be? Don't think I'll be able to identify him. Unknown. Got a feeling that he might have been a topman. Oh, sorry, I have an alarm going off. There we are. Alright, we will go... by the last page of the Doom, do you mean here? You must have meant actually going to the scene. As the game first progresses, this is not the first shock of discovering the Kraken body. Now you already know. Yeah, this is the second scene you travel to during this one. The first one that you do is following the captain's wife who gets killed. So first of all, also I just want to throw this out there. There are 3 guys being thrown overboard. I'm not allowed to identify them from here, which is really unfortunate. Are there any topmen that I can see? There's one guy. Oh, we see him a lot, actually. That's alright. We don't need to try to identify him. Abigail's page. Alright, sure. All good. We will jump through here, because I do actually want to know what I could use to deduce that, rather than just what I did, which was going, well, there are 2 ladies, and they're definitely not part of the crew, so let's just guess until we get it right. Alright, so let's see here. Back to her page. Let's see. By the way, this is the first one. Yeah, like he said, this is what you see first. So you see that, and then you start to look around and you go, oh my God. Oh, sweet mother of God. Alright. Because these are the two ladies, aren't they? Yes, they are. Wait. Jackson. No, Paul Moss. Hmm. So there's something in this scene that helps me identify which of them would be Emily and which one would be Miss Jane Bird. Identify the first time you got here. The first time I arrived here. Oh. Okay. Huh. First of all, let's flip back to the beginning of the book. Is there a way to flip the pages faster? There we are. The crew. English. Passengers. Oh! You're saying that the tip-off that it would have to be one of the two of them is because when I arrived in this scene, they became identifiable. Ah. I see. Very cool. Yeah, that's how the captain's wife died, unfortunately. Sad days. That dude's getting grabbed. Wait. Ah. Nope, can't be identified just yet. Wait, I just thought about something. How do I tell them apart? That's it, though. Looking at this, wait. She has a wedding ring. Oh, that is such a little detail. Okay, so Miss Jane Bird has to be this lady because this lady has a wedding ring. She can't be Miss anything. Oh, wow. That is fantastic. Well done. I love this game. All right. That was so cool. Thank you for pointing that out. That was really cool. Oh, man. God, I love this game. Oh. Alright. We're going to head back below deck. I believe the next step... Let's see here. Where were we? We'd done that. I'd gone... Oh. This door got opened. Ah, a leg. Well, there you go. We'll head back to this one.
On your toes.
Oh, exactly. It's not a...
Go back there.
Oh.
Captain!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats. The whole crew will be on us.
Give it up.
Interesting. Oh. Oh, interesting. Yeah, well, is this the shady guy? I don't think this is the same guy. I don't know. We'll see in a little bit here. Jenkins, no! It's not a spoiler. You're right, because I had already identified them. Also, I think that's it. Like, first of all, if I manage to identify someone and you know something cool that I can go back and see to help me, that could have helped me identify them, that I missed, feel free to point it out. And as I play this, if you happen to come back while I'm playing, and we're getting much further in and I seem very stuck, I would be open to hearing suggestions about, like, what I should be looking into, things I should, like, try and pay attention to. Yeah. And obviously there's a fine line to try and ride between just giving me an answer and giving me enough hints that I can go figure it out myself. Yeah. Chapter 3. Murder. Murder. I brought you frankincense. I brought you, murder. Judas! Alright. He was shot. Gun. By someone. So I know the body that we're going to be looking at. It's that one back there. Let's see here. So this lady is getting abducted. Formosan royalty. Try anyway. Formosa, there's only a handful of them. So let's see here. Formosa, Bunlon, Sitlim, It Bangsia, Chiotan. Let's see. Oh, none of them have the same last name. Okay. No, because I don't know masculine or feminine Formosan names. So, fair enough. I can't identify her yet. Okay. All good. Yeah, I believe this is the guy who was climbing up over the side of the ship in the other chapter. Plus, the other thing to think about is that this chapter is chapter 3, and the one we were looking at was chapter 9. ES. Who could that possibly be? Could it possibly be Edward Spratt? All right. Let's see here. Let's look back at the dialogue here. On your toes, boys. How can you do this? Load her up. We best push off. Give her here, will ya? Captain, slack the lifts. Lower the boats. The whole crew will be on us. Give it up. Yep, screamed give it up and got shot in the chest for it. Poor guy. Alright. Let's see here. You know, I don't know if this is going to kill him. I can identify him? You what? Wait. Can I? Is it possible that I can identify him because his hand is on the wheel? Let's see. Cook, gunner's mate, butcher, purser, helmsman. Bet you he's the helmsman. Just guessing because of his hand is on the wheel. Yeah, I don't think it'll affect it just because I don't think any of those names are repeated. Let's check the foremost names. Because we should just double check that, make sure. Nothing repeats. Yeah, nothing repeats in the last name or in the first name. So none of them are directly related. Like, it's not like, you know, daughter and father. Or at least it doesn't seem like it from the names. But yeah, I'm taking a stab. Ha 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 ha. A stab that this is the helmsman because I saw his hand on the helm in that illustration. And body. So, boop. Let's go check him. So, Formosan is Taiwanese, so Taiwan. This I did not know. What? Oh, I got too far away from it, and it was like, nope, we're not doing it. There you go. If you get too far away from the trail, it stops moving. There we are. Here's our next one. So this person looks like they were probably executed. Oh, I think we're going back to the scene that's actually in the illustration. Hok Seng Lao.
Found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasquale.
Lim. All right. Cool.
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim. Fire!
All right, there's a lot of people we can identify in this scene, and more interestingly, the artist is here. Yay! It's the artist. So we actually can't see the helmsman. Should be just a little bit further back that way. Oh, that's interesting. Where is she? Ah, there she is. All right. So in this one, yeah, firing lines do suck. Also, there used to be a bigger issue during firing lines is the fact that people don't want to kill people. And so they would purposefully miss vital things, and it would take these people longer to die. Yeah. This man was Hak Sang Lao, who was shot, and we will go see who he was shot by in a moment here. You can trace which bullet actually hit him. That bullet hit him, and it was from Brennan. Hello, Brennan. All right, so this guy was shot by Brennan. Let's see here. Henry Brennan. All right, we know that that's absolutely correct because his bullet is the one that actually dealt the killing blow. See how everyone else missed? That's really common in firing lines. Grimace. So we also know her name. She is Miss Lim. We can identify her now. Bun Lon Lim. So let's see here. Will they let us identify the other two? No. But we know who they are. Like, they're the other two remaining names. We don't know who is who, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there are some artistic liberties taken. Let's see here. Who was it that refused to look? Because, yeah, I saw him over here. That guy. Who was he looking at? He's looking over here. He must be looking at Wolf giving the fire command. But yeah. You can see here, yeah, in the illustration, he's looking dead ahead, and he's like, oh, no, I'm not looking at that. That's rough. That's a rough one, buddy. Well, I think I know who is in this. Nunzio Pasqua. Actually, double check that real quick. Let's look at all the names said here. Yeah. I believe we've already identified Mr. Wolf, which is this gentleman here. Is this the one I guessed? Oh, no. This... I mistook him for someone else. Hi, Bean. My cat's here. Oh. Wait, what? Okay, that's interesting. Oh, look, more of the gentlemen aren't looking. That is interesting. Oh, Christian Wolf. Yeah. That's Christian Wolf. There we are. Hey, 3 more fates correct. Yep. Yep. Who was the other one? Miss Jane Bird. I've managed to identify 9 people. This is actually going pretty well. I'm impressed. All right. That is really fantastic. Okay. Oh, we also know that these are probably top men, just guessing by the fact that they're sitting up high. And yes, we know who you are. Do you wonder what happened to Edward Spratt? Are there any more of these they think I can identify that I haven't? They're pretty sure I can identify that guy. Probably. It's probably one of the mates up here. Alright, let's look at the next body, which should be Nunzio, I do believe. Nunzio Pasqua. Pasqua? Pasqua? Probably Pasqua. Follow it around, and it's going to go all the way around. All the way around. Right back to where we were. There we are.
Hello?
Hello.
Who is there?
It's me, God.
Who is that? Is someone hurt? Signore Nichols, is that you? What are you doing down here?
Oh, hello, yes. All fine here. Just, sorting some things.
Watch your step. Here, let me help you.
Oh my God! Nichols just killed Pasqua! It wasn't Hoxing Law. I can't remember the name. I just saw it and I can't remember it. Alright, cool. Oh. Aha! The shiny! The conch! Oh. That's why they blamed him, because they found him nearby. But he was unconscious at the time, and Nichols was the one who actually did the murder. Dun dun dun! Alright, cool. Very good. So that's cool. A very short scene, but it fills in a lot of information. The corpse was moved post-mortem. No kidding. So this should be Nunzio Pasqua. There he is. He was knifed by Nichols. Edward Nichols! Nichols did it! It was Nichols! We can also now identify you. You are Nichols. Edward Nichols, second mate. First captain, first mate, second mate, third mate? Third mate? Martin Perron? Or he's looking more like a John Davies to you? you were tapped out and I said he was knifed with Nichols. Exactly. Yeah, the moment that he said that Huxing Lao confessed to it, everyone was like, well, of course he did. Yeah. The shiny. Shame. Well, time to move on to the next scene. Let's see here. Where is my door? There's my door. All right. Yep, not sure who that guy was. Alright. So we're done with that scene. Let's see here. I think a door might be opened downstairs. We'll have to go check. We've now been to that room. Let's go to this one, too. See if anything happened in here. Oh, not currently. We'll go here. We know this is where the guy who was stabbed died. In fact, I have already done this one. I know that he was stabbed. Knifed. By who? You know what? Let's run through those scenes real quick. How they managed to find an area of ship where there weren't a dozen other people at the moment. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the very bottom of the ship, but, I mean, that's it. There's 60 people on board here. How the hell are you sneaking around?
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
See, the knife probably have been him? That's the gunner. Who's this guy?
To pull him back, to save him.
You tell her yourself. Brennan! Bring the surgeon's kit!
Yeah, we have confirmed that is Brennan. Okay. We know he was stabbed, and I'm pretty sure it was by this guy. We don't actually know what his job was on deck. I saw him with all those guns, and I made the guess that he was the gunner, but I was incorrect. Yeah, but in Assassin's Creed, you have to, I guess you can end up finding impossibly, like, empty locations. Okay. Don't think I'm going to be able to identify who that guy is. Either of them. Either the gentleman who just got stabbed here, or the guy who got his face blown off. That's alright. Alright. So, head back out. Heading through here. That's closed currently. We have an open door back here from one of our memories. And a skeleton back here. Jesus. Alright. Oh, that's pleasant. Oh no. I don't think this is a bathroom. Oh no, it's the big boy again. It's the large lad. Good God. Oh, poor bugger. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's not how that's supposed to sound at all. Yeah, you can just see it coming up out of the ocean. What are you guys looking at? Oh. Oh, holy crap. Well, that's probably going to be the next thing we go check out, is how that guy died. What are you guys looking at? What was that noise? Whose footprints are these? Oh. Oh, the artist. Oh no. Oh, crushed by a beast. Sad fate. Oh, that's so rough. Well, it's kind of difficult to describe. Like a man evacuating his bowels while being crushed by an 800-pound gorilla. That's oddly specific. I mean, it was an oddly specific noise. I must have been grabbing food at the time. Someone's taking a nap. 45. Wonder if that's supposed to be an identifiable thing. Are they different numbers on each one? 41. That's a detail I never noticed. Jesus. What the hell? That's a freaking scimitar. That's cool. 48, 49. And that's how that guy died. Food poisoning. Yeah, technically it was food poisoning. I'm gonna get really specific. You are carrying around food. Can I identify you? I think I can. Alright, so you're carrying around food. Would you be the cook? Would you be the cook? Nah, it doesn't seem like it. Alright. Ship steward. Captain steward. And the different mates stewards. Alright. Won't be able to identify who that is. Okay. Let's look at the next dead body, which is definitely that one. Yep. Let's see. No, I think we're just going to go grab this memory. I'm actually going to call it a night for tonight. This has been a lot of really good progress really fast. Uh-oh. I ran away too fast. Don't know when I'm going to pick this up again and play more, but whenever I do, I'll make sure that I do it on stream. Tomorrow night probably won't be playing. My wife and I will be playing in the morning. We're going to play... Oh my goodness! Checking my stream to see what just happened. Thank you so much for the follow, Chucky. I really appreciate that. Please do drop by if you get the chance when I play again. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciated your help. Yeah, tomorrow my wife and I are going to play some of It Takes Two, and we plan on doing a super special stream right after that. That is not video game related. So if you're interested in what that might be, make sure to just drop by tomorrow morning. It'll be from 9 to 10:30 for It Takes Two, and then probably from then until lunch for the second part of the stream. So yeah, good night all. I will talk to you guys later. I will see you around, and thanks for joining me for Return of the Obra Dinn. It was a blast. Like that guy who got shot in the face with a cannon.